It's time now for our Patriot of the Week. This Saturday, we turn our attention to a Vietnam vet who stood up for free speech. And indisputable fact, Trump is the president. That had his local government up in arms in Croton-on-Hudson, a suburb of New York City. Leonard Amicola, he's a hometown hero in his community for his years of military service, but he got into some hot water over a flag that just said, "Trump is my president." Case gaining national attention through our coverage here at Newsmax. To discuss, let's bring in Leonard Amicola along with his attorney, Roseanne Schuyler. Lenny, it's great to see you, and thank you so much for taking the time. You've lived in Croton on Hudson for decades. You've had this flag up for years. This is like not a new thing. What was the village complaining about? Tell us what happened.
Well, it's Trump. That's what they're complaining about.
Yeah.
Or they're saying I'm in violation of the ordinance, sign ordinance. But as I think everybody knows, it's Trump.
Yeah.
So and that's how I want to express my support for the president. And I've been expressing my support since day one, since he announced. And that's my way.
Roseanne, the village released a statement calling the flag citation routine and part of a, quote, village-wide code enforcement that identified 17 non-compliant locations. They totally dismissed any claims of political bias. But, to Lenny's point, do you think there would be any issue in Croton if somebody had a LGBTQ flag or a trans support flag or a Kamala Harris for president flag on their property?
There would be no issue, Tom. In fact, about 100 yards away from Lenny's home, there is a display of a Progress Pride flag on another property, which has never been has never experienced any sort of code enforcement issue. So, this is the second time that the village has done this, and it's pretty clear that this is targeted enforcement based upon the content of Lenny's message.
Which is, of course, a violation of his First Amendment rights. Lenny?
It is indeed.
Lenny, the whole story caught President Trump's attention, who shared the Newsmax headline of your victory against the village on social media, posting, quote, "Thank you, Lenny. Great to be a winner, and that's you. A winner and a champion. Make America great again, President DJ2."
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Lenny, did you ever think the President of the United States would be involved in your little village dispute and would take notice of really your courage in the face of what's a pretty liberal area there?
I'm a little overwhelmed with this whole thing. I mean, I've heard from the president. I've heard from Congressman Loyola. It's just it took off. It has a life of its own. And, I heard it's been all over the country. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's fantastic, and I don't know. It's really something.
Roseanne, where is this now, right? Has it been dismissed? And it just kind of give us a sense of where things are from a legal standpoint.
Well, the village has terminated the code enforcement action, but as you noted from their statement, there's been no acknowledgement that what they did was wrong. They still maintain the falsehood that this was not a targeted enforcement. There's no assurance that this won't happen again to Lenny, and this is the second time it's happened. I feel certain that it probably will happen again. The village attorney has announced that there will be code revisions that will be considered, and we're going to see what those are. If the code revisions do not foreclose the possibility of this happening a third time to Lenny, then I think we're going to continue to take the fight, and we'll end up in court with the village, because I'm not going to let this happen to Mr. Amicola a third time.
Lenny, you wrote an op-ed piece in the Croton Chronicle, writing in part, quote, "My choices and my politics are my own. I don't always agree with other people's opinions in Croton, but all of us have the right to free speech." After the events of this week, which I'm sure you've been following, the tragedy that we saw, the assassination that we saw, your message has now become more important than ever before. Talk to us about that and what your message is for Americans.
I don't know. I'm saddened by this whole thing. I just don't know what to think. I don't know where this country went wrong. Something's tragically wrong, but I hope we're able to overcome all this and unite and become one again.
Well, Leonard, you know, your courage is an inspiration to people and what you've done, and you're going to keep on fighting and keep on flying that flag, and we're very proud of you.
I am.
Leonard Amicola.
I am going to keep flying that flag.
You're our Patriot of the Week, sir. Thank you for standing up
you,
for your First Amendment rights, my First Amendment rights, and Roseanne Schuyler, thank you very much for being with us as well.
Thank
God bless
you.
you both.
Thank you for having us,
Thank
Tom.
you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.